1.
4, 7. Oh, fuck. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, it's Logan from Krok here, and I'm with the Orlando math rock legends, Sky Navy. What's going on, guys?
Hi, I'm Foster from Sky Navy. Got all these super awesome guys with me here.
What's Gabe from Sky Navy?
Oh, okay.
I'm Tyler.
I'm David.
And I'm Chris.
And our bassist, Ron, he's here in spirit, but he was unable to make it today.
Very good. Cool. Okay, so standard stuff out of the way. You guys already got your names, but what do you guys play, and how did you all meet and form Sky Navy?
So, this is best suited for Gabe, actually.
I'm Sky Navy. Sky Navy started as a solo project when I was in college, and I wanted to make songs in my bedroom. So, fun fact, if you were at a early Sky Navy show, it was usually just me and one other person, usually Tyler here. And we would backtrack everything, and so we did 4 shows, and every single one of those shows, we picked up a new member. So first, we got Chris. Chris was like, "I like your tunes. Let's jam." And then I think we got David.
The way I joined, I was visiting Seattle with my brothers, and I was in the airport about to come back home, and Chris, the other guitarist, sent me a message on Instagram. He was like, "Hey, I've seen like some of your posts. You seem like you would be a good fit for our band." And he sent me a couple demos, and I listened to about 5 seconds of one demo, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll join."
My Sky Navy origin was a little silly because Gabe and I met at a event called Punk Nights. It's like an emo night adjacent event, and I was doing Paramore covers there, and I was just chatting with Gabe after because he was taking photos. He's a concert photographer, so I was talking to him. I was like, "Oh, you do photography?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm in a band too. It's called Sky Navy." And I was like, "Oh, that's super cool." And he goes, "Do you want to maybe do like a cover set with us the next time that we do this?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And so I learned these Sky Navy songs. Mind you, I had no background in math rock whatsoever. I literally never heard of math rock before Gabe, so I had zero experience with it. So I learned the couple songs that were out at the time, and I learned some of the emo covers. And then we performed. It went really well. And then he goes, "I gotta talk to everyone else, but like, you want to join Sky Navy?" And I said, "Hell yeah, I do." And it's been 2.5 years since then, so it's super awesome.
So I think I saw it before, but your name Sky Navy is influenced by Gurren Lagann.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So, you know what? I was like, "Hi, thanks for joining our interview." So basically,
Yeah, we'll reset it. Okay.
I'm a huge freaking nerd. And so when I was making my tunes, I was like, what's the most outrageous, like, on the nose thing I can think of that's like bombastic? And it was like, oh yeah, Gurren Lagann. They literally like throw galaxies at each other at the end. That's the biggest name you can get in anime. So yeah, I was thinking like, what do they have in that show? They have like ships in the sky. I was like, Sky Navy. Boom. There it is.
During your like creative process, do you guys pull on any other like anime or other media inspirations when writing?
So as far as like writing lyrics go for me, a lot of my lyrics are written solely based off of like actual real life experiences I have. Like everything that's out on the EP right now that I wrote was just largely real life things that I dealt with, and not really anything to do with fictional or like any sort of media that I have experienced. Everything was just like real shit I dealt with, and I wanted to make something tangible because the greater thing for me with like Sky Navy has been being able to connect with a group of people and having people locally that can experience the same things that I have and really connect to our music. So for me, like I haven't taken any inspiration from that, but I'm not the one that's writing the instrumentals. That ultimately comes down to Chris a lot of the time, and he does a really great job of basically giving us something to go off of, and then we do the rest from there with lyrics. So
Early days when Chris joined, he actually took my demos that I had, just written in my bedroom, and he'd be like, "Gabe, I wrote some guitar parts of the song," and everything he would send me was just gold. So I attribute a lot of our sound now to Chris's inspiration, because he I really fed off of his initial like energy from those tunes.
Starting off, all your songs were written on a ukulele. It was a 4-string guitar, and then, to play them live, I don't own a 4-string guitar, so I had to, rewrite them in a sense on a 6-string. We started playing an open E, and it's just one thing led to another. I effectively rewrote a lot of the songs that you started out with, and then just we wrote this EP that just came out today, and the rest is history from there.
A little bit of background on the writing of this EP specifically. Most of the songs all of the songs started guitar first. The first one was Sanction, and that was the one that I kind of had a good part in writing. I wrote like the first main riff, and then I would send that off to Chris, and he added stuff to it, and then I in turn added more and more to it. And that was a super cool collaborative process. And then like a couple weeks later, he sent just like 4 more songs fully written, and he was just like, here's more music. And I was just like, oh, all right. So yeah, Chris wrote most of the EP. Well, when it comes to the bass line and starting it out, and we all love and appreciate him.
The writing process starts all in Guitar Pro. Tab everything out: the guitars, the bass, not the vocals or the drums necessarily. So then I'll send that over to David. We go back and forth a bit, and then it goes over to Tyler, and then he lays on some crazy drums. Yeah. And then it normally goes off to Ron at that point, and at that point you two are already deep in the lyrical process, and before we know it, we're jamming on it. So we have a really streamlined writing process right now. We're trying to start jamming a bit more, so stuff kind of comes out more organically, but most of the time it's just one of us has an idea and we just start working on it and then share it with everyone else. Yeah.
So if you could describe ambivalence in one theme, what would it be?
I would say, honestly, ambivalence is a really good... The theme of it is essentially kind of progress in oneself and how one can take their experiences and really branch it into something tangible and something that is basically a representation of how their experiences and actions and relationships affect who they are today. And that's a large theme especially through Sanction. If it isn't clear through the lyricism of Sanction, it's about mental health and about getting better from mental health. And I think that that's a really great intro to the EP for that reason. It's about really showing that regardless of what happens in life, there's always an opportunity to get better, and there's always an opportunity out there for somebody to prove to themselves, not just those around them, but to themselves, that there is something better for them to reach for. And I think that that's very prevalent in all of the songs in different ways. There's very clear, I think, themes within the lyricism of each song, and if you really sit and kind of survey them and analyze them, they will show their themes pretty clearly as far as what they mean. But I think overall, it really just is a good representation of how one's experiences and relationships can form them into who they are and what that means for them as a person, as an individual. Yeah.
I did get a chance to listen to it on the way here, and I gotta say, it is a lyrically dense project. It's really, really good. Do you have any tips when it comes to actually writing out lyrics for a song?
So I wrote the lyrics for Sanction, Lesson 4, and for Waterboy.
Waterboy I fuck with.
Thank you. That's one of our favorites. Yeah, that's one of our favorites. As far as writing lyrics go, I tell people all the time that I think a lot of people try too hard to make a message into something that it's not. I think that there is this kind of overarching expectation for lyrics to be something that's like a gut punch, and sometimes trying too hard to get there doesn't get you there. And I think that what I like the most about my lyricism and my style of writing is that it is truly just authentic to the experience I have. Some things are simpler than others. One of the lyrics is had your number blocked, but I'd still pick up your call. But then you also have lyrics that they're much more dense than that. Like the first lyric of Less Than Four is, you hit me like a first time drug and I felt it so deep in my gut it started spilling out my mouth. So it's like there's a very, very broad spectrum of what lyricism can look like. But I think the biggest thing that is important in that is to not overdo it, is to not write things that aren't true and authentic to how you truly feel. It's like sometimes things really are as simple as they are, and other times they're much more convoluted and much more nuanced than what you might see at a surface level. So that's what I got to say about that.
It's cool because bringing Foster in, we very, very clearly have our own personal influences when it comes to writing and how we like deliver lines, how we perform, like it all feeds into it. So I always tell Foster, like, hey, you write your way, I'll write my way, and we're gonna like put them together. And so it's really brought an entire dimension, which goes, for everybody in the band. They all bring things in that I physically, mentally, emotionally can't do. And so I find that really cool, especially when it all just comes together in the end. It's beautiful. Beautiful, like this microphone.
Like this guy here. But yeah, I think that's the bigger part of lyricism comes down to having the different influences that are true to oneself. I think that's the biggest thing with Sky Navy specifically. It's like you can kind of tell whose lyrics are whose when you listen to the songs, which I think is really funny, because we both have such different broad writing styles, but it ultimately comes down to how he, reflects his emotions into music and how I do. So, like I said earlier, one of my most important things is being able to connect with people, and I think that the general idea of my lyricism being true to myself means that if people connect with it, they can connect with me too, and that matters a lot to me as a performer, as a musician, in this scene that's got so many people with so many different messages and so many different things going on.
And then what can you guys tell us about the venue today, like where we're at?
It's a mile from my house, which is really dope.
So, in case you're wondering where we're at Austin's Coffee here in Winter Park. Super cool. It's a very, very true to locals venue, so there's a lot of influences from all sorts of different people and faces in the area. I think that this is a really good venue for kind of showing the real collaborative nature of Orlando and how the music scene comes together. There's a lot of handmade art everywhere on the walls. If you look around, there's so much custom stuff done by different individuals. Everyone here is very friendly, and this is just the kind of environment you want to be in a local scene. It's just somewhere where everyone has a place, and I think that's what Austin does a really good job of doing.
One thing in general I think Orlando does particularly well is we have these cool little DIY venues in the most aesthetic, it's a coffee shop or it's a little bar, because we don't have basements, so we have to have our shows somewhere, right? And I'm very happy to have, especially in particular Austin's. This is a new building, so I haven't been to Austin's Coffee since they changed out. And so not only is the space bigger, but it's beautiful in here, and there's a stage just for us that's really nice. So I have always loved that about Central Florida, and I think this new place here is no exception to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Mic drop.
Yeah. While doing research on you guys have one of the craziest, I think, online paper trails of
Oh boy.
your presence is crazy.
Don't get me started on that.
How important do you guys think having an online presence like that is in terms of marketing your band or marketing your sound? Yeah, and do you
I
have any
think
tips with
so.
that?
let me unpack this one. Keep your hands off me. All right. So if you look at our profile, one of the most popular video of Sky Navy is a 14-second long video of me and a fisheye camera, and it's the dumbest fucking thing we've ever posted. However, I think that having a social media presence in this day and age where social media is so relevant, it's definitely does a lot for us to just build traction. And that doesn't necessarily mean that every person that follows us is going to listen to our music, but what it does mean is that people are going to keep up with us, and the people who are interested in our music are going to use that outlet through social media to see what we're doing, where we're at, kind of what Sky Navy is in the moment. And it's like, as far as the silly nature of our social media, it's very true to us. And it's those videos that are like all choppy and edited, like brain rot videos. Those are just genuinely clips of us. None of that is anything that is intentionally like put on camera. That's just, we all have very strong personalities and they get cut up into these silly content. And honestly, the people love it, so we keep doing it. But more importantly, I think that it's a good representation that we are more than just musicians. Like, I think that there's kind of this weird thing with a lot of musicians where they feel like they can only advertise music and that's it. That's all they can do on their profile. But I think that personality and proof of existence is so important especially for local bands like us. Like, we want people to know that we're human too and that we can connect with them in the same way. So it's like those silly videos are us in our 100% most natural environment. So, and you know, I hope we can continue to reach people through just being ourselves, because that is so important. I don't want at any point Sky Navy, any single one of us, to have to pretend to be something we're not. And we ain't very serious, as you can tell. We're a little silly. So I think it stands very true to us that our social media presence is about the same.
We even filmed our first music video ourselves, which you can probably expect us to. I'm gonna do it right now because we got 2 cameras on us. We got 2 cameras on us. We got 3 cameras on us. So be on the lookout for that. Just a little tease. But yeah, we're like a family, dude. We're lucky because you hear a lot about bands and you don't know what's going on behind the scenes with anybody. But I'm very thankful that I just happen to find the perfect combination of people, which it's been awesome having. I wouldn't want anyone else to be in this lineup.
Aww. Oh, he likes us.
And that goes for you too, Ron. You're not in here yet, but
Ron ain't
we
here,
wish
but
you
we
were
love him.
here.
We love
Ron's
him.
cool because Ron, this is a little lore dump, but I don't know who's interested in this, but Ron was in one of my favorite bands when I first joined the Orlando music scene, you know, when I was like 19. And he used to play in a band called Raising Cadence. He was their bassist. And if it wasn't for that band, there's so many things I wouldn't have tried to do. You know, they convinced me to be part of this music scene. So the fact that he came in to join us and me on my project was like life affirming.
Final 2 questions for you. Where can we find you?
Okay, you can find us on most social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, although we haven't posted on TikTok in a while, but on Instagram, skynavy.fl. Also, you can stream our music on most streaming platforms, especially Spotify, Apple Music, all that fun stuff, as Sky Navy. So you can find us there.
Sky.Navy.
Or our website, sky.navy.
I made our website.
It's actually
fuck
super
yeah.
cool, yeah.
You're like
This guy's our goat,
crazy,
bruh.
dude. You got.
Yeah.
It's good to have.
We got 2 software engineers, a welder, a concert photographer.
welder?
Yeah. Jump scare. Guys, keep that in. Keep that in.
That's a professional drummer.
And a professional drummer. This guy's nuts. Yeah, this is we're the stereotype math rock band. Yeah. Exactly. And 1 blue collar person, aka me. Yeah. Good
All right, and
shit.
finally, you guys got a microphone. You guys got cameras. Whatever you want to say, it's all you.
Fuck ice. Also, we love all of you and we appreciate all of the streams and everything on our music and keeping up with us. And we hope to see all of you beautiful people somewhere around. And thank you to you guys, you beautiful people behind the camera. Love you who are interviewing us today. Thanks so much. Again, we're Sky Navy. I'm Foster.
Gabe.
Chris.
Tyler.
David and Ron.
And Ron.
Rest in peace.
Wherever you are. Ron Memorial Service.
Ron Memorial. Ron's gonna be smiling all cheeky behind the screen when he watches this. All
Thank
right.
you guys so much for sitting down with me.
Thanks for
I'm excited to
having
see you
us.
guys. Okay.
Much love. Bye, guys.
Who here has seen Sky Navy live before? I never asked, but who hasn't seen? Whose first show is this?
It's a Sky Navy Virgin.
You guys are
Oh
getting
my
excited.
god! Well, welcome to the show, folks. We're so happy to have you here. We're so glad to see familiar faces too. It means the world to us, especially given that we're in a local scene. You know, you kind of forget sometimes who you've seen and who you haven't. And so we're grateful that we're remembered by all of us. We're apparently at Petco.
For newcomers, welcome to the show. Thank you guys for sticking around. We've had such a great time tonight. And we're so glad you're listening to us right now.